Okay. Hello everybody, it's Stricklead. So instead of one trailer, we got two. And these make up the 10 characters that are in the alpha tests that people have gotten to play. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those. I have to wait until the actual release of the game. But let's talk about the trailers. So the trailer that everybody and their mother were anticipating was the Jun Kazama trailer that dropped a few days ago, and you could tell that a lot of people were excited for this character, considering that within the first 24 hours it reached 1 million views, which is absolutely insane. But with the trailer we got two things. We got Jun Kazama herself, and then also a stage that I believe is her own stage. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It is a very peaceful looking stage. It looked very similar to the one that was shown in the Bloodline anime that was on Netflix. I love the look of the stage, it is absolutely beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, the design of Jun Kazama is absolutely awesome. She looks so graceful when she fights. It is so insanely cool to look at. They have pretty much combined both Tekken Tag 2 Jun with Unknown, and it had been speculated that they are both the same being or character or entity, you could say. Jun is like the light side of her character, and Unknown is like the dark side of the character. But it isn't really, I mean, the tag games are not canonical to the main story, so you can't really say that is Unknown actually a thing in the Tekken universe. But she clearly has similar things that Unknown has had in the tag tournament games. A lot of very magical shit, you could say. What they have shown in the alpha tests or the actual gameplay footage that we have seen from the game, Jun has some form of a healing ability. Kind of gives her a very unique mechanic in and of itself. Her stance when she goes like, oh, it looks really cool. So I love her gameplay. It looks super graceful. It looks super unique. A lot different from what she was before, which pretty much confirms that Oscar Kazama is going to be her own character in the game. That Jun is not going to replace Oscar in any way, shape or form. They're going to have their completely separate, unique move lists and playstyles. I love the interaction between Jun and Kazuya. It just puts an emphasis on like we give a shit about our characters, and it is so interesting because Jun has been gone for so long and now she's back, and seeing that interaction just it gave me chills, and I would assume for a lot of people because it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. The sound effects of her attacks, the crows or ravens that come off of it, it's super cool. And her rage art as well, it was one of the really cool like sound design of like I don't know how you could really explain it. It is really good audio engineering from that point of view. So yeah, I'm excited for Jun. I have said it before that I am going to play the character, and I play pretty much just 3 characters: Steve, Julia, and Xiaoyu. And speaking of Xiaoyu, she's confirmed. Yes. You could say this is the first character that I was super happy about to hear that she's back, because none of my characters up until this point have been confirmed to be in the game. Of course, Xiaoyu is such an iconic character that it would have been weird if she wouldn't have been in the game, but it is always nice to have that confirmation that she's in the game. So if anything, I have at least Xiaoyu that I can play in the new Tekken. So, still waiting on that, Steve. Just saying, Namco, please. But yeah, Xiaoyu looks absolutely incredible. Her new outfit looks so good. She still has the classic like twin tails or whatever you want to call it. I would have probably preferred if they went with a different hairstyle, just to like switch it up a little bit. Her gameplay, a lot of very familiar moves, at least to me, that I noticed. Her heat cancels and dashes and stuff are really cool. And she has that new parry where she parries Nina into the wall and she says, "Chance!" And it's just, and I love that. It is so good. And also she, in mid-combo, she goes into Hypnotist stance. And that is like super cool because now you can use Hypnotist stance moves as like combo enders and stuff. So yeah, her rage art as well, it doesn't have the same oomph as the other characters. Her strength isn't pure brawn. They even explain it in the anime very well, that her strength is the fact that she just dances around her opponent like a phoenix. Eh? Kind of like a death by 1,000 cuts type of approach. And her rage art pretty much just emphasizes that. It makes more sense that she's more of a tricky character, that she just does a lot more like fast pokes here and there. And then the final like, boo! I still like the rage art. Yeah, so a little bit about the actual design. So it's very clear that they inverted like the dominant color in this one. Now black is the more dominant color, and the orange yellowish colors are more like the filler colors, you could say. I really like this design. It is more mature than it has been before. Of course, I already pointed out the twin tails. I could have probably preferred a different hairstyle, even a ponytail or something, you know. It's just, but it is it's a classic Xiaoyu look. So yeah, there are a lot of small design details on like the patterns, all of that. It looks really cool. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the Tekken 3, the blue outfit that she had. But yeah, I love this design. A lot of big names in the fighting game community, at least in the content creation of things, have gotten the chance to try Tekken 8 for the first time. A lot of people like to talk about, you know, it's like, oh, the rage arts are now minus 13, and this frames and those frames and the other frames, and Harris brought this up pretty well, that the game is not at the point where the main focus should be necessarily balance, but the main focus should be, is the game fun to play? And the general consensus has been it is really, really fun to play. And that is great news to hear as a Tekken fan. So the question remains, when is Tekken 8 going to come out? We have the alpha tests, we have 10 confirmed characters, and I would imagine we're gonna start off the base roster with 20-25 characters maybe? At least to me that seems logical to have that amount of characters in the base roster. I don't think this game is gonna come out this year, maybe next year, but is it gonna be early next year or late next year? I don't know, but I'm willing to wait for hopefully a proper product. It's gonna be very exciting. Short about all of the gameplay footage that we have seen, there's so much more detail, there's so much more personality in the characters. The game looks a lot more alive than Tekken 7 does. Difference from those two is just night and day. Like, it's gonna be so damn cool. Gonna be exciting if they show something now when the Evo Japan event is happening right now as I speak. New info, new something, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.